Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for joining today. We want to seek the blessings of Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Madhav, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Gaurita Shila Prabhupada, and the Assembly Devotee, Guru Maharaj and the Assembly Devotees. So yesterday we talked about three temples of Vrindavan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Raman, and Radha Vallabh. So continuing on with that, the different temples, let's have a look at Radha Damodar. So this is Radha Damodar. Actually, there's many deities in this temple on either side of Radha Damodar. Not sure if you got the pictures for all of those deities, but these deities worshipped by Jiva Goswami. Sri Radha Damodar temple is dedicated to Radha and Krishna. The temple is situated in Vrindavan, in Uttar Pradesh. In the temple, Krishna is worshipped in the form of Damodar with his consort, Radha. It is one of the main 7 Goswami temples of Vrindavan. Sri Radha Damodar temple was first established by Jiva Goswami, and he is the youngest of all the Goswamis. He was the nephew of Sanatan and Rupa Goswami. In the year 1542, and is located at Sevakunj in Vrindavan. Later, in 1670, when the Muslim Emperor Aurangzeb invaded Vrindavan, the original deities, Radha Damodar, were shifted to Jaipur for some time. And when the social conditions became favorable, the deities were brought back to Vrindavan in the year 1739. The deities Radha Damodar have been served in Vrindavan since then. Before the disappearance of Jiva Goswami in 1596, he left the deities in care of his successor, Krishnadas, the head priest. Presently, the descendants of Krishnadas are serving the deities. The temple also houses the Giriraj Shila, having the footprints of Krishna, which was believed to have been given to Sanatan Goswami by Krishna himself. Sanatan Goswami was quite elderly, and he would always, every day, wanted to do the parikram, the 20-kilometer parikram of 21 kilometer of Govardhan. But he was so old. So Krishna, having great compassion on him, gave him this Shaligram Giriraj Shila. And Krishna also advised him, you don't have to anymore go around the Govardhan Hill, 21 kilometers. Simply, you can go around this Giriraj Shila I have given you 4 times. And it's as if you have gone, you have done the Govardhan Parikram. So here it is. This is the Giriraj Shila. It's quite big. It's about 2 feet this way. And there, the footprint of Krishna is there. Also the footprint of Gaumata is there. And the Pujari very kindly shows us this. He gives us darshan every day. So very beautiful Shila that was gifted to Sanatan Goswami by Krishna himself. 4 parikrams, circumambulation of the Radha Damodar temple is equal to 1 circumambulation of Govardhan Hill. So we also go around the Shila, but that means we go around the whole temple. And we do that 4 times around. It's as if we have done the parikram of Govardhan Hill. And when you're walking around the temple, doing this parikram, there are many samadhis of Gaudiya saints, many devotees, Vaishnavas, including Rupa Goswami's samadhi and also Jiva Goswami's samadhi within the premises of the temple. So it's always fascinating because they also have a Goshala, small Goshala within the compound of the temple itself. So when you do the parikram, we also have darshan of Gomata. So it's a fascinating temple to go to, especially because Srila Prabhupada spent 6 years before coming to the States, to the United States of America. And here, Prabhupada coordinated a lot of his preaching, publishing as well, translating. He translated the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavad Puran in this temple and got it published into a set of 3 books. And that was a big achievement, actually, because especially in those times, paper was there was a bit of a shortage of paper. So, and shortage of Lakshmi. He was a sannyasi, he didn't have any money. But somehow he managed to print books. His Guru Maharaj told him, if you ever get money, print books. Along with Sri Radha Damodar and Giriraj Shila, the other deities worshipped in the temple are Sri Radha Vrindavan Chandra, Sri Radha Madhav, Sri Gaur Nitai, and Sri Jagannath Dev. So these are all on that altar. It's a big altar, a lot of deities are there. So we had darshan of Giriraj Shila. And here's some more. This doesn't look right. Oh, that's Radha Govindji. Okay. So this temple, Radha Damodar temple, is important for us because 2 rooms of Srila Prabhupada, his bedroom and where he translated, and the kitchen are still maintained by devotees. And those 2 rooms are in the compound of the temple. So when we have darshan of Radha Damodar, we also have darshan of Srila Prabhupada's rooms. How humbly he lived before coming to the West. And of course, Radha Damodar temple is considered to be the hub of the spiritual world. This temple is regarded to be the centerpiece in the spiritual world as well. So it's a very important temple. Very important temple to visit and take shelter of Krishna in this temple. So that's Radha Damodar. So just have a little catch up of where we are. This is the Radha Madan Mohan temple, which is on the Parikram Marg. This is the Radha Raman temple, which we talked about yesterday, as well as Radha Vallabh temple. And today we talked about Radha Damodar temple. Now, just to give our devotees an idea, because Jayanti has put a map. Here somewhere. Here you go. So if we look at Radha Madan Mohan, where are you? It's around here, 64. 67. This is Radha Madan Mohan. So this is Vrindavan. This is doing the Parikram of Vrindavan. This is the Parikram Marg. And generally devotees try to do this Parikram. Parikram means going around Vrindavan. So we're going around Vrindavan. So here is Madan Mohan Mandir. And then Radha Raman is in the center somewhere here. So, yeah, number 17 there. Radha Raman Mandir is here. And then Radha Vallabh is number, not far away, not far away from there. Can't actually spot it at the moment. It is in this sort of vicinity. Number 3. Oh yeah, here. It's very close to here. Number. No, sorry. What are we looking for? Radha Vallabh. Radha Vallabh. It's around here anyway. It's around here. Okay, so let's go back. Oh yeah, this is better. So here it is. It's very close to Banki Bihari Mandir. So Radha Raman Mandir is here, that Banki Bihari Mandir is here. And Radha Damodar Mandir, we just talked about, that is also round about here. It's close to here. There it is, Radha Damodar Mandir. And the first mandir we looked at is round about here somewhere. Radha Madan Mohan. Okay, so let's go back. So we're going to talk about another mandir now. So this one is Radha Govind Mandir. Again, not far from Radha Raman. And again, a very beautiful temple. And here, this temple was huge. And something happened, which was not good. The historic Govind Devji temple is situated in the city palace of Jaipur in Rajasthan. So the original deities have gone to Jaipur. So these are the replica deities. This temple is dedicated to Govind Dev, Krishna, and his consort Radha. The deities of the temple were brought from Vrindavan by Raj Sawal Jai Singh II, the founder of Jaipur. This Vaishnava temple is considered to be the most sacred and significant temple for devotees. According to popular legend, the image or deity of Govinda is also called Vajrakrit because it was created by Vajranab, the great grandson of Krishna. Around 5,000 years ago, when Vajranab was around 13 years old, he asked his grandmother, that's the daughter-in-law of Krishna, and that would be, who would that be? I've forgotten who that is now. Anyway, as to how Krishna looked like, what he looked like. Then based on her description, he made 3 murtis. In the first murti, the feet show the resemblance with Krishna's feet. In the second murti, chest area looked like Krishna's. In the third murti, the face showed complete resemblance with Krishna's face when he incarnated on earth. So I think it's the face that is Radha Govindji's murti, looks like Krishna. The other 2 are Radha Gopinath and Radha Madan Mohan. Srila Rupa Goswami originally established this temple under the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being ordered to excavate all the lost holy places of Vrindavan. 5,000 years earlier, Lord Krishna's grandson, Vajranab, installed a number of important deities in Vrindavan. Govindji was one of these deities. Rupa Goswami searched all over Vrindavan to locate the yog pit, the resting place of the original deity of Govindji. But after months of searching, the deity could not be found. Finally, disappointed, Rupa Goswami came and sat by the bank of the Yamuna river, and shedding tears, he began to call out the name of Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya, ha Chaitanya, oh Chaitanya. Suddenly, Lord Krishna appeared in the guise of a beautiful Vrijvasi boy. He informed Rupa Goswami that there was a cow that came every day to a nearby hillock, and the cow emptied its milk into a hole on the top hilltop. He asked Rupa to accompany him to the place to see what might be contained in the hole. Rupa Goswami followed the boy, and upon reaching the spot, the boy disappeared. So this is Krishna led Rupa Goswami to the deity of Radha Govindji, which was underneath the ground. Looking within the milk-drenched hole, Rupa Goswami immediately fell unconscious in a wave of ecstatic emotions. When he recovered, he summoned the local people, who then excavated the hole and found the beautiful deity of Lord Govinda. The loud cries of, "Hey Govinda, hey Krishna," suddenly reverberated throughout the sky. The construction of the temple of Radha Govindji began under the guidance of Raghunath Bhatt Goswami and his disciple headed by Raj Man Singh of Jaipur, sometime after 1570. It was the most impressive edifice of that Hindu art had ever produced in the whole of northern India, Bharat. This temple was originally 7 stories tall, with a marble altar, gold, silver and gold. So it was 7 stories high, one of the highest temples at that time. A sculpted lotus flower weighing several tons decorated the main hall. And the main hall still looks very amazing, actually. At the meeting, Rupa Goswami Man Singh of Jaipur, a general in Emperor Akbar's army, built this magnificent temple. Aurangzeb and his army later destroyed part of the temple. So Aurangzeb could see this temple from his base near Delhi. He could see it was tall. He became very envious, and he told his soldiers, "Go and destroy the first 3 stories of the building, or the first 4 stories." And that's what they did. They destroyed part of the temple. So now what is left is here. The first 1, 2, 3 stories were left, but the others 4 stories were destroyed. Some say that suddenly, when they were destroying the temple, the ground began to shake violently, and Aurangzeb's men panicked and ran for their lives, never to return. Less than 100 years later, Aurangzeb, the Muslim Zia, was standing on the ramp of his fort at Agra and noticed a bright light burning in the far distance. Upon being informed there was a large ghee lamp kept atop the Govind temple in Vrindavan, he became furious that a Hindu shrine was taller than any Muslim building. Immediately ordered its destruction. By the time the soldiers of Aurangzeb arrived, Lord Govindev and all the important deities of Vrindavan had moved to a safer place. So these deities of Govindji were moved to Jaipur, and they're still worshipped in Jaipur. In fact, in Jaipur, they have the Radha Govindji temple as a center of their city, of their worship. Every morning, Mangal Aarti, thousands of devotees walk to the temple every single morning. Anyway, the soldiers of Aurangzeb dismantled the top floors of Govindji temple, desecrated the sanctuary, as well as mutilated all the stone carvings within the temple. They were ruthless, nasty. Because the soldiers of Aurangzeb desecrated the main temple, it is believed that worship cannot continue in that temple. Therefore, this temple was established behind the original Govinci temple, and it contains the Pratibhu deities of Radha Govinci, i.e. the duplicate. The original deities of Govinci were brought to Jaipur. The Pratibhu deities are considered to be the same as the original. There's no difference. It's Krishna. This temple was originally 7 stories high with an altar of marble, silver, and gold. A sculptured lotus flower weighing several tons decorated the main hall. On meeting, we've been through this already. So the deities on the altar in this temple are Govinji in the middle, and to the left is Chaitanya, to the right is Nityananda. Below are small Radha Krishna deities. Below them are Lord Jagannath and Govardhan Sila. So now only actually 2 stories remain. So 5 have been destroyed. Yes, Robin.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and
Hare
all the
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
As you said, have they built this because they broke these people, the soldiers of Aurangzeb? Did they rebuild, or is it still the same?
Just behind, he said that it's just behind the original temple. They built this new temple.
New temple.
Yeah. Or at least the altar. At least the altar side. Yeah. At least the altar.
And has there any devotees in that temple or no?
Yes.
They are.
They are.
Right,
Radha Govinji still are there, as well as there are other deities there as well. There's Chaitanya, Nityananda, and then there's small deities, and then there's Jagannath, and there's Govardhan Sila.
Right.
Actually, what you can do is they actually allow you to walk very, very close to the altar if they're not busy. So you can actually go and literally you can touch the deities.
That's good.
Yeah.
Very
if they're kind enough to show. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Still, the Radha Govind temple remains a towering monument to Lord Govinda, and a place where one can feel a connection to the great saints of the past and the history of Krishna devotion in Vrindavan. So here also is the Bhajan Kutir of Rupa Goswami. So underneath the temple, you can walk. It's very narrow, and you can see the Bhajan Kutir of Rupa Goswami. These actually are the original deities. They're in Jaipur. These deities are in Jaipur. But in Vrindavan, let's have a look actually. Let's have a quick look. If we can see, 1 second. No, I can't see. But anyway, let me show you what there is. I can show you the temple as it looks now. There you go. So there's only 2 stories left out of the 7. So
we can see, it's only 2 stories.
Yeah, 2 stories.
Yeah.
Used to be 7 stories.
And they're painted also. Look, it looks really nice.
Yeah, it's quite well looked after. Quite well.
Thank you.
What I wanted to show you are the deities on the altar. Let's have a look. No. Yeah, I can't see actually. This is this might be them. Yes, this is it. I think these are the Govindji temple in Vrindavan.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there
They,
we
they,
go.
are,
Yeah.
they are the deities. They're the deities. So very beautiful.
Nice.
Very
Yeah, I
beautiful.
can see. Can do the darshan.
Good. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I think let's stop there because it's there's quite a lot to take in there. So just a quick revision. We've looked at 5 temples: Radha Raman, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Vallabh, Radha Damodar, and Radha Govindji. And they're all quite close to each other in Vrindavan. So they're all different temples with different deities set up by different devotees, but very powerful. Yes.
Prabhuji, when you're going to the Jatra, will you be walking to all these temples, or you will like
Or rickshaw.
rickshaw? Okay, but because they are all nearer.
Yeah.
That's
Some of them you walk.
Some of them you can take rickshaw.
Yeah.
That's good. Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Very good. Any other questions? Any comments? Anybody been there? Want to share anything? You're welcome to. Okay, we can stop. Radha Damodar ki jai, Radha Govindji ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai.